All right, the equipment we're going to need starts with a big bowl, some measuring cups, measuring spoons, especially a teaspoon and a tablespoon, a fork or a whisk, dough scraper, optional, kitchen knife, and some nitrile gloves are also optional. Alright, the adaptive tools we're going to use today are going to include a silicone cupcake liner. If you don't have that, I do have a rubber dart opener displayed. A piece of a pool noodle will be helpful. A knotted rope dog toy, some Velcro based grip assist devices. I also have a grabbing device or another grip assist device. And I did find a silicone kneading bag, but if you guys don't have that, a 2-gallon plastic freezer bag will work too. Alright, the ingredients we're going to use for this are going to be 1 cup of warm water or milk, 2 1/4 teaspoon of dry yeast, 2 tablespoons of sugar or honey, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, avocado oil, or any neutral oil will work, 1 beaten egg, 3.5 to 4.5 cups of bread flour or unbleached all-purpose flour will work too, 1 teaspoon of salt, and then either some butter or an egg wash, which is beaten egg and some warm water mixture. This is just optional for the top of the bread. First thing we're going to do is measure out our water or milk and warm it up to about bath water temperature. Don't get it too hot or it will kill your yeast. Alright, next step is to mix in your sugar, your yeast, and your salt into the milk or water solution. You can also put in your oil as well and let it sit for about 10 minutes until it's foamy. Here are a couple of examples again on how to use either that silicone cupcake liner or the rubber jar opener. And also a few little examples here and there of using the knotted rope dog toy in order to scoop Velcro based grip assist devices as well. Wait for that to get a little bit more foamy. Let's go ahead and beat our egg and set it aside. Here's a couple different examples of how to use those adaptive devices in order to beat the egg. Alright, next go ahead and add your flour into the silicone kneading bag or your 2-gallon plastic freezer bag. Pour in your egg and then your yeast, milk, or water combination. Close and secure the bag and knead it until all the ingredients are well combined. This takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, next step is to put our dough in our oiled bowl. Flip it until the dough is covered in oil. Cover with a towel and let that dough rise for about an hour. After about an hour, go ahead and dump your dough out onto a floured surface, punch it down, and shape it into whatever your dough needs to look like. Alright, go ahead and put your dough in your container, cover it again, and let it sit for 30 minutes to an hour. While we're letting that rise, go ahead and make your egg wash or melt your butter in order to brush it on the top of your dough. Here's a couple different examples of how to use some of those Velcro grip devices for those of us who have decreased dexterity in our hands. Alright, let's preheat our oven to 375. While that's warming up, go ahead and brush your dough with your butter or your egg wash. After that oven has preheated, place it in the oven and cook for 23 to 27 minutes. Alright, here is just some final examples of how to use the pool noodle and some of those adaptive devices in order to cut and butter your bread.